had another debate with my coworkers again about, gun control. I told them one of my friends had a Facebook video about a guy who was talking about the Second Amendment. And I disagree and agree with him. I disagree with him that he feels like our amendments are being stripped away. And I agree that there needs to be some kind of solution where both ends can meet. And I was speaking my opinion and stuff like that, and another guy speak his own opinion. So I went to my job and I talked to my two co-workers, and I asked them about, do you feel like that people out here who are against gun violence are stripping the Second Amendment? And they say, well, in a sense, yeah. Because they're trying to take our guns or strict us how many guns we can have. Then I asked them, I say, so let's just say this, because a lot of gun owners feel like that the government is going to try to overthrow us, trying to take everything away from us. And one day the government is trying to kill all of us. So I asked them, I said, okay, let's just say the government wants a war on their people. Will the military protect us or be against us? And will the police protect us or be against us? And then one of my coworkers said it depends on the person's mind. They can be with us or against us. So I say basically it's going to be a bloodbath because everybody's going to have a free-for-all. It's all mad to themselves. And he said that if it has to be that point to have a free-for-all for everybody to fight for the democracy, but at the same time, everybody's going to fight for something different, which is true. And that's why war is very complicated, because everybody have a different agenda. Because war is like a free-for-all. You can do what you want as long as it's in your request, So I told them about testing, psychology, shooting range tests and stuff, and the coworker said, well, why should we do a testing shooting range if this person's going to go out here and kill people? Well, that's why we have background checks. The mental state. That's why I say psychology, therapy. Let's see if their mental mind is stable. It seemed like to me that the way these two own gun owners, and I love them to death, and I love talking to them every day. It just seemed to me they like everything in secrecy. It seemed like to me they feel like this is the normal of America, that people are just killed by guns and that's normal. To me, that's not normal. People should not be killed just for the sake of it because they got a gun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just ridiculous. There is no reason why another human being and another human being should kill each other. There is no reason. Yes, we have a dispute. Yes, people got issues, but that doesn't mean you have to pull a trigger just to prove a point. I remember I was listening to the radio, and it happened in Washington, D.C. Two men were arguing, two neighbors arguing about something, God knows what, something probably stupid, and both of them pull out a gun and shoot each other over a argument. The one guy died, the other one going to hospital. Guess what? The one in the hospital is going to be charged for murder. Guns does not solve anything. It does not put a stamp of, oh, guns are glorious, because guns are not glorious. Since man designed guns, guns have been a thorn around the world. It killed millions of people around this globe. It has suffered and scarred kids, veterans, and all military people and police alike. It scarred the hell out of people, okay? Guns do not solve anything. Guns don't solve nothing. It dramatizes people and make people have bad nightmares, but it does not help and solve anything. But the world is just saying, you can keep your gun. For goodness sake. No, it's not trying to take your gun away. It's just we have to make a better way to protect people around the world. If you're a gun owner and you got a lot of common sense and you're very safety and you protect your gun, like put in a safe and lock in and have the safety switch on your gun and everything, that's fine and dandy. But think about all the million lunatic people around the world. Do you think they care about their guns sitting on a table and poor child grabbing and shoot themselves in the head? People got to think a world range of people. Not everybody thinks like you. Not every gun owner thinks about safety first. There's a lot of them do, but a lot of them don't, because they just think, okay, who's going to take my gun? A burglary might take your gun. Maybe one of your teenager daughters or sons who have a friend that's in the urge to suicide will take your gun and shoot themselves in the head. People have to understand, you have to lock your guns safe, and you have to explain to your children about guns. Not just because of self-defense and protection, but explain to them how powerful this weapon is. You know, if you're a gun owner. And explain to them what the possibility will happen if you pull that trigger. And also give them steps to learn how to be safe with guns. Lock in the safe. Lock it somewhere where no children can reach it. It's just in case of an emergency, if someone break in or trying to hurt you. Let them know about the code, but only for emergency of the safe. Gun owners need to explain to a lot of their family members, children, about safety on guns. But not just only that, but also explain to them why millions of people around the world in this country are against guns. But gun owners, to me, seem like they skip that part, because they don't want to, not all gun owners, but some of them don't want to face the fact that guns do kill people. And a lot of people got killed over nonsense. A lot of them got killed over nonsense for no reason. Now, war is a different situation. I feel like man, when I say man, I don't mean like men in general. When I mean the humankind, they just feel like they have to be in war just because. And a lot of us know it's like four powerful families are getting trillions of dollars and billions of dollars of war and mass construction. You know, it's so sad. But anyway, my point is about these gun owners, they need to have a more open mind. If I'm sitting here and have an open mind about why you have a gun, then you should have an open mind why I don't like guns and why I just don't seem like not to have one. The two co-workers look at me crazy, and there's other people who have guns too. One other co-worker told me he had 10 guns in his house, and he have not shot one person. That's good. Great. I'm happy. You know? Like I said, I don't got nothing against people who have guns for protection. But we want to make gun laws very strict for the lunatics and the crazy. Because not everybody think like you. Not everybody think about safety. Not everybody think about getting safe and lock your guns up tight. Not everybody think about putting a safety clip on a gun. Not everybody out there, you know, is stable-minded and don't have a mental illness like you do. You have to understand everybody's in a different individual person. So everybody thinks differently. Yeah, they're gun enthusiastic, but you don't know their history. You don't know their background. You just hear them talk about how they love guns and this and that and the model and the creating and da-da-da-da-da. But you have no idea what this person is really thinking about using that gun. Do any gun owners ask somebody what would they use for a gun? And if they do, they'll probably get scored at because they look at them, what you mean? What, you think I'm gonna kill somebody? Da-da-da-da? That's probably the attitude they're going to get, so I'm pretty sure they don't ask any questions like that. But my point is, have an open mind. Just have an open mind. You know? Just have an open mind. But gun owners want to skip that part and just say, no, it's my Second Amendment. I know guns protect me, and that's how I'm going to stick to it. That's fine. But a lot of people out here don't see guns as protection. Some see it as murder. Some people see a way out. Some people see a strong message across. People use guns in multiple reasons. And most of them ain't self-defense. Some of them use it for many varieties of different things, you know? So, March for Our Lives is all about safety, concern, and trying to help people who are hurt, who are traumatized about something in their past, who might lost a person or whatever. You know, this is all about safety, strict laws, and policy to protect every man, woman, child, and elderly so nobody don't get killed over a nonsense shooting. Because majority of these shootings are happen of nonsense. Now, I wonder if the news, maybe somewhere in different parts of the state in the United States, there are people probably use guns to save lives. That's no question about that. I read many articles about people saving other people's lives or save their own life. That is quite true. However, depending on the situation you in, you know, and majority of people, you know, don't own a gun. I don't own a gun. A lot of people don't own a gun. My brother owns a gun, and he uses it for safety. So that's why I tell people I'm not against anybody who has a gun for protection. Protect yourself for your own needs. It's just my personal opinion. I just feel like human beings don't need a gun. Because the only reason why man have a gun, because one man want to feel powerful than the other. And put fear of the other man so that man won't bother them, but this man's going to fear this other man. It's a complicated world, but I'm very proud of all these teenagers, these young adults and adults out here marching for safety and have laws to protect their children, their grandchildren, and the future generation. Because if you think about it, this is all about the next generation, the next generation. And we have to do something about it. And I'm going to do my part 3.